guys, what's happening? Happy holidays to wherever you are. I know that Christmas is still a week or two away at this point, maybe even a week, but I thought I would update you guys on my office update, how things are looking at the moment, where we're going to go in the next year. Before I get too into technical details, just a quick other update on my health. I've definitely been away from posting and putting stuff up because at the start of October I had a really massive accident which involved me breaking my arm, my left arm, in about 6 or 7 places. It wasn't good. Basically my arm was, for lack of a better word, messed up, you know, just kind of beyond repair at this point. I had to basically go through surgery, quite intense surgery actually. I think I was on the operating table for about 3 hours. But luckily, you know, the surgeon I had, who I really need to get my thank you cards to, Dr. Putty, he was just really great, fantastic. You know, one of the guys at the top of his field, and he managed to basically save my arm. You know, I've had what's called a radial head replacement. So the bone at the top of my arm, where the radial bone meets the ulnar, which I think is the ulnar is the humerus, the one the big arm bone. Yeah, so I have a titanium rod there now, and I have some pins, screws and plates in my bottom arm. So that sucks. But yeah, so I've been pretty quiet. I've been focusing on life and getting better. I've actually moved into a new house, so I thought I would update you guys on my setup and how things are looking. Just a quick overview of what I've done so far. It's not 100% finished yet, but I thought you guys would appreciate just, you know, a little look into how things are progressing with the setup and with things. And then we'll talk a bit more in the post video. So hope you guys enjoy. Here's my kind of room tour update. The space that I've set up is one that I've tried to refine over the years, moving from large spaces, large offices to small compact desks. I've tried to utilise the space as best I can. This desk on the left side of me is more for reading and catching up, studying, looking through books and trying to have a little creative space away from screens, even though they're so close to me, can't be helped. And yeah, just drawing, sketching, if I want to be free and just sit under a light and doodle away after being inspired by reading James Draplin's book. I love Draplin design, I love his graphic sensibility and him just as a general human being. Like he's a great person, very inspiring. Almost everything, his book is incredible for anybody to read. I suggest you pick it up. But here you can see I'm just sketching and taking a little time away from the screen to do something creative with pen and pencil. This I think is important for every artist to have a separated space away from their technical workstation and a good focus on the traditional aspect of it. My shelves are kind of filled with trinkets that I've gathered over the years, some inspirational stuff. I try to make it as functional as possible. Being space that is limited, I try work on top of things and have hooks and levers where I can to hold different parts of my setup. This is particularly just trinkets and things along my desk. I have went, you can probably tell, for a black and gold theme. I've tried to make my devices emulate this with some orange or yellow lighting, as well as some gold fancy things I picked up on Amazon, gold bowls, gold holders, cups. And of course this pen cup, which was a great find, and also these mechanical pencils, also known as clutch pencils. They're typically used by architects, and some gold pens that I also found that I just thought were great aesthetically. My Go XLR has been invaluable the last couple of years, especially because it gives me complete control of my audio in my setup and space. I can utilize and isolate both system sounds and music, or my mic settings, by just one button touch or sliders, which I think is great. I love those physical interfaces. And speaking of that, my Stream Deck has also been one of my prized possessions the last couple of years as well. Being able to utilize these buttons, these macro keys essentially, to do a million things at once. Here you can see there's a Discord setup I have for different Discords and how to get to them quickly. I can also control my Spotify with different playlists from the touch of a button, and I can also control my lighting. This Elgato Key Light Air has been great for just general lighting for streaming and for podcasting when I'm watching stuff, or if I want to go on a call with someone. Because I don't have a lot of natural light in the room, it's a great thing. Also, this button has kept me going over the years, and we can see if you guys can guess what it does. Okay, but kidding aside, basically that was me just fooling around. But yeah, another good thing I have on my desk is a small timer, black and gold again, off Amazon. I really felt this was a great thing for just focusing onto one subject for a short period of time. 10 minutes I set it for just now, but I usually set it for 20-30 minutes at a time and try and focus on that, complete a task until I move on. Also, I've opted for some IKEA storage. They're great universally just for functional spaces, and yeah, just the fact that I have limited space, I've tried to really be careful about what I picked for storage. Those small drawers were one example, and this other one that I have in the corner next to my computer is one that I kind of picked because it just generally was tall and had a lot of storage vertically, so I can store a lot of stuff there. So that's basically it, guys. I thought I would end here like I usually do, talking to the camera and having a little bit of back and forth. Yeah, the office has been great. It's been a fantastic way of getting a creative space again and getting back into the mood of making. Since my injury, of course, it's been really difficult to do anything because my left arm has been, more or less, as we say in Scotland, gubbed. But yeah, it's getting back to normal now. My arm is fine, it's moving, I don't have any issue. The bones that were broken are now healing. I have some kind of permanent loss where I won't be able to fully straighten my arm ever again. I'll lose like the last 10 degrees or something. It's not a huge amount. It's nothing that is going to make my arm, not usable in the future. It's totally fine. My arms will be fine. I'll be able to continue doing drawing, making. So yeah, that's totally fine. That's not a worry of mine now. I hope you enjoyed the tour. I hope you enjoyed looking at what I have so far. Probably once the office is fully complete, I'll do a full kind of breakdown of everything in my collection and my surrounding. I want to do a shelf tour at one point with my bookcase and go through all of my art books. I do have a lot, I think close to 70, and just to go through them individually, and then maybe you guys can at one point comment on what you would like me to see doing as a review for the channel. Be pretty good. And really that was it, guys. It was just to end and say, I hope you guys have a great holiday. I hope you guys have a tremendous Christmas, Hanukkah, whatever you guys celebrate. I really hope you're having a good time out there and you're enjoying the festive season. I know things right now are pretty shit for a lot of people. The way the global economic structure is working, the cost of living, people say we're going through another depression, AI looms, but I have tried my best at every point to stay positive, to stay upbeat, to not let these things get me down and define me. I really hope you guys do the same, and as always, you know, I want you to stay creative and inspired, and don't let the darkness creep in. I think the world is a bit, you know, dark at the moment, and you know, there's people suffering around the world, but you know, we can just only hope that our light shines onto them, and that, you know, if we keep staying a positive force in the world, other people will see that and be positive too. There's not much more I can say beyond that. I really do hope you guys are going to have an awesome time with whatever you're doing over Christmas, and I hope you have friends and family that love you and can look after you and make you feel joyful and cheerful through the coming weeks. And just for the guys out there who have been long-term subscribers, thank you for staying with me. Thank you for seeing me through this difficult period, and of course, you know, me taking a break from the podcast. The plan is to come back next year and make, you know, interview content again. I have some ideas of how to do things slightly differently. I'm going to be adjusting the format. Also, the game dev reacts that I've put up recently that was kind of popular, I think I might do more of those on top of the book review things as well. The facilities for doing that at the moment are limited because of where I am right now, but I will try and put out as much content as I can, while of course taking care of myself. And that is the other big thing, is that I really have to start focusing on me and my work. I was steadily working up until the end of the year, until I got injured. I was actually due to start a new contract in October, and then I broke my arm, so I couldn't work. And the way it's worked out with my healing, because, you know, we're mid-December now and this is when I'm starting to feel normal again, the contract probably won't start again till next year. So yeah, it's been a bit of a bumpy ride trying to make do with the income that I had, and try and survive off that, because of course, being self-employed, I don't have any health insurance, I don't have any sick leave. So, you know, when I was sick and I couldn't work, I didn't have any money. So yeah, I've just kind of been relying on people's generosity and people being kind to me, and having one of the most loving and understanding partners I've ever had in my life. And yeah, she's definitely kept me afloat through all of this. My girlfriend is the best. But yeah, okay guys, so that's pretty much me. I hope again you have a happy holiday and a fantastic new year, and I will see you guys in 2024. I love you all. Goodbye.